Hurry! I don't know what time our ride is coming.
Our ride?
Yeah, we're going on a field trip today.
Really?
To the Touchwood Estate.
Ooh. I might just go there by myself.
Did you pack a lunch? Do you have your permission slip? Well, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, alright.
I'll meet you there. Yeah, just go in.
Lunatics in the street, gotta keep the beat. 60 on the bezel, 100 on the ring, sitting pretty dang, I'm ready to come. After 3 hours, I'm ready to fall. Some niggas even blind or pussy. My shit coming flavors. High class taste, niggas got to spend paper.
Oh!
Hello?
Oh! You're ugly!
Nice face.
I'm brushing my teeth.
You look gorgeous.
I'll be out in a minute.
Okay, enjoy your pumping tunes.
Oh, hey, grab over.
Oh, this is a show that we made for you, for your mom and your dad and your aunties too. So grab yourself a coffee, it's a crack filled dawn, and strap yourself in for a heaps good morning.
It's another heaps good Sunday morning, and yet again we're here to do what? Entertain.
And I guess inform if you're like obsessed with me, which how can you not be?
Yeah, how could you not be?
Because I'm just obsessing. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway.
You're looking very lovely today.
Oh yeah, I'm glad the staff let you in, and I appreciate you giving me time to go through hair and wardrobe. Because it takes a lot of effort to look this glamorous, you know.
Yeah. A mighty fine dress you got on.
Well, thanks. It's a one-off. It's from the couture line of I don't know, JCPenney's. I don't know. They just send me all this stuff, you know.
Yeah. Because you're so famous and everything like that.
Well, yeah, duh. That's why we're doing this, right?
So today we're going to do a HGM Cribs tour, which is going to be very interesting.
Have you guys picked up he doesn't know what we're talking about? Because he's never watched the show. Just say it. Have you picked it up?
Yeah, I've never seen it before. So
we're gonna do a thing like MTV Cribs.
Yeah, it's kind of like MTV Cribs, but not, because it's HGM Cribs.
Yes.
So
and I'm way more luxe.
Yeah.
Than Mariah Carey.
Yeah. And I'm so much cooler than Snoop Dogg.
He doesn't host. Anyway.
He doesn't host it, but he's in one of the episodes.
Of course he is. So we're doing my house first. We'll do yours next week, yeah?
Okay, cool.
Sure. We're doing my house first. And this is a lovely no, it's an old RAF house. I live in the ghetto, and if you are from Adelaide, I'll just tell you, it's not far from Davo. Know what I'm saying? It's an old, like, Air Force married quarters, turned into a, what's it called, housing trust house. And then they brought a bunch of kids out from, like, Boys Town and stuff to gut it and redo it to the best of their abilities and sell it, because they were trying to, like, glam up the neighborhood or whatever. And so Robin and I were all hopped up on Canadian Sudafed one Easter and drove to Canberra, and by the time we ended up in Canada, and not Canada, ooh, that was a different trip. By the time we ended up in Canberra, we decided that we were going to buy a house.
Yep.
And Robin was in a real shock when I told her, oh, we can't afford to buy in Singapore. So we moved out here to the north, the far north. Friends call it the other side of the Torrens. We call it the back door to the Barossa.
I much prefer back door to the Barossa.
Yes.
It sounds a hell of a lot more classy.
I agree. That's what I think too. So do you want? Oh, and this is Betty. I call her last man standing because she's the last one of the three, and she doesn't understand why she's having to share her throne with me because it's the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And why there's so many people in our house, because people don't come to the far north. So she's confused.
We do because we live
You
down
do,
the
because you
road.
can. So you want to see around the house?
Yeah, sure.
Did you have a sticky beak?
I did have a bit of a sticky beak, and you know, I've been here like several times before.
We're pretending that you aren't family and have keys.
Okay. I've been looking around this place. It's amazing. It really is.
Well, you can tell it down
Can't wait to show you the place.
So this is my lovely RAF kitchen. Obviously you can tell that there is an imbalance about how much of the house we like to clean. And
I've noticed you've done the dishes today.
Oh, funny guy. I've noticed the Fruit Loops and the empty boxes of Fruit Loops. We obviously have a Fruit Loop problem. So this kitchen was the first room I wanted to gut when we bought the house. So that's why different bits are painted different things, because it's like 7 years later and I haven't been allowed to gut it yet.
Yeah, I've noticed you've got, what, three different colour swatches in here?
That you can see.
Oh, and the black. Did you really want to paint your walls black though?
No, just that one. That one is going to be black.
Oh, completely black. It's just going
It's
to
going to be all chalkboard, yes.
Awesome. I do like that idea.
And this will be more open. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Uninteresting. So is there something in here you wanted to ask me about?
Yeah, sure. Actually, there's a couple of things. Whoosh. So up here, I've noticed you've got a lot of owls and things like that. Ali and I are obviously in love with owls, so when I first walked in here, it was the first thing I noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the owls are Robin, as you know. Everybody knows that Robin's really into robots.
Yep.
But what a lot of people don't know is for a long time, I don't know if she's still into them or not, but she was really into owls. But like only family and stuff knew that.
Yep.
So she got owls on occasion, and we had some that were. And we had some that I kind of liked, and the plan is with this kitchen, I want it to be green and white with a little bit of, like, little touch of red and orange. So when I threw away all of the owls I didn't like, I kept the ones that kept with the color scheme.
Yeah. Because
eventually it'll make sense. And I had nowhere to put them, because you know how much I love junk sitting around.
Yeah.
But since no one ever comes in the kitchen, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Also, I noticed you've got this lovely bottle. I can't think that I've ever seen you drink or Robin drink.
No, Robin is what you would call on the wagon, because her on the sauce, not a good combination, but Robin's dad used to drink port, and so Robin's sister Sharon, when we got married, this was her gift, and it's like a fancy port, I guess, and I think it so I'm like, oh, I don't really know what to do with it.
It does open.
Yeah, it's got a little.
It's got a latch. That's why.
Fancy, and it's got like another. It's got this little thing, and you can.
Draw.
Yeah, because it has like a glass stopper for it as well. I don't know when we're supposed to drink it. It just sits up there.
I believe port's supposed to be good for about 20 years-ish. I know. You Natalie had a bottle a while ago.
Well, we do have Robin's dad's port barrel somewhere, and I've filled it with boiling water and done heaps of stuff several times to try to fix it, but I just can't get it to stop leaking. So that's our other little port set there. I like him because he's a bum.
Oh, it comes with a very nice little glass. So that's a...
Yeah, look. I'm so drunk, I'm headless. Ah!
Oh, I see now. I see.
It's funny. But we use the funniest little... Don't show me, I'm going to bend over. When we do drink port on a special occasion, we use the funniest little cups, these little port cups. Aussie beer. Because they were Robin's dad's. I think it's real funny. Because we'll drink like, let's just call it like a nice tipple, right? But then we'll get out these little like, ports, our classy port glasses. Alright, next.
Let's
get out there. I hate being in the kitchen.
Alright. Yeah,
I mean, I cook, but this kitchen's shitty.
So I've noticed that you've got, well, Robin's obviously, as you said, into robots.
Top shelf.
But then you've got an awful lot of salt and pepper shakers.
I like salt and pepper.
Well, I think we all like salt and pepper.
No, just kidding. I had an aunt when I was a kid. Well, she's still my aunt, but... So, she used to collect this thing called Fitz and Floyd, which was, in America, it's like a... I don't even know if it's expensive. I wouldn't know, because I didn't buy that kind of stuff. But they do like holiday themed stuff. So she's had these big amazing like cookie jars with the matching salt and pepper shakers that were like themed. They were really cool. And I always really liked them. And so when I moved here in a shop somewhere, I don't remember where I was, I saw these like late 60s Japanese or early 60s Japanese import novelty salt and pepper shaker. I couldn't even tell you which was the first set I bought. I thought they were hilarious. And it just kind of blew up from there. So
Do you know how many sets you've got?
I have no idea. These are the most recent ones. No, wait. Yeah, these are the most recent ones that friends of ours gave us because they thought it was really great that it married Robin and my interest.
Yep.
And I was going to use them as our actual salt and pepper shakers, but then I was like, no, I can't.
Do you have a favourite?
I fucking don't, man. I mean,
I love them all.
I have a couple. Like I think so I like like I said, the Japanese imports.
Yep.
Which they have quite a specific look. So like, well, like this guy, which he actually goes with her.
I was wondering about that.
And like this was a gift from Robin's sister just before we got married, because these belong to like Robin's grandmother, or maybe I can't remember. It's somebody like the dad's mom, or it's one of the only things left from that grandmother.
Yeah.
God, I'm such an asshole. I should totally remember this, but you know I've got ADD. And so she gave me that, and we all had a big cry. It was real sweet. But like the Japanese imports look kind of like that, or like see the little onions, the crying onions down there. They're a Japanese import. The skunks. So yeah, they do a lot of like, not the ostriches are Japanese imports. Okay, so I like these guys, and I also like the weird like souvenir ones.
Yep.
But I like these guys because they're real funny. Because if you want a bit of like, well, he's pepper or salt.
Perfect.
I thought that was
love
funny.
it.
And this guy's cool because to get the salt and pepper you have to play the keys.
And then you just take out.
Then you take out, yeah.
And there's your shaker.
So that's
you've
cool.
got a little hole in the top of it. I have to say, I think that's probably my favourite out of all of them.
I think these are my favorite. Like these are one of my favorite. I mean, the skunks are. They all have. Some of them have a story, so I won't go into that. But these are Japanese imports. A friend bought for me, because there's a couple of friends that, you know, you've got those friends that are like really good at buying gifts, and they know what to get. I have a couple of friends that knew from day dot what kind of ones I liked. But she scoured to the edges of the earth for some really weird ones. So these are Japanese imports, but what would you call these? Mice? Rats?
Yeah.
Cats? What are they?
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
something.
But they're my favorite because they're also super fucking creepy. Because they have two faces.
I saw that.
It's so, I don't know why. Are they cat, squirrel? I don't know what they are. So yeah, so there's that. And you know, the house is relatively clean for us because when you're creative types, you always have different shit spread everywhere. So there's always craft and art spread everywhere. Like, since I'm injured, that's my box of stuff that I'm lugging through the house. What are you doing?
Just take a quick look at that there. Nice little pickle on the wall.
That's Sir Percival the Fifth. We call him Percy. He's a ladies' man.
Percy the pickle.
Yeah. Our local art installation, so we buy a lot of art. So it did start out just local artists, like Adelaide or South Australian artists. But then we started picking stuff up when we traveled.
Yep.
And it was kind of higgledy-piggledy throughout the house, but they were some of our favorite things. So it took me like 2 weeks. I went online and researched how to do the appropriate installation because it's been a long time since I did that. So yeah, so that's that.
So it's local now from all over the world.
Yeah, like that's from San Francisco, that's from Austin, that's from California, but most of it is Australian artists.
And so this is your guest room?
Well, yeah, but for the most part, because again, nobody ever comes here, we use this, well, I use this. It's my vanity. It's where my clothes get to live because I got kicked out of the other closet because Robin has way more clothes than me. Oh, and I wanted to do this because I always say on the show, I only wear black.
Yeah,
and I thought I'd prove that point.
Yeah, there's a little bit of red in there.
Well, I can't find a black and white and gray flannel.
Yeah.
And this is, I've been trying to give this to somebody for a long time because it doesn't fit me comfortably, but it's a pizza slut shirt. But yeah, literally, I only, oh look, can you even see my clothes?
No, they're all black.
It's all black. That's all I wear. It makes life easy. So yeah, it's just our little day bed and whatnot. And
I actually really like that.
that actually has a really cool story. I got it for like 40 bucks. Yeah. Like I got it for like 40 bucks. And it was from this furniture weirdo, like in the hills. And he made that bed like, I don't know, 40 years ago or something like that. And it's designed specifically after some specific style of bed, like a Quaker style bed from hundreds of years ago. And he built it in the same way. And the only thing that holds it together other than like wood biscuits and joints and stuff like that is 4 big giant bolts that we hand twist in. It fits together like a puzzle. It's really cool. He made the paint for it. So, because that was a traditional color for that kind of bed.
I was going to say, because I actually really like the paint as well.
If it wasn't covered in laundry, you would see my little day bed, but oh well.
Fuckity fuckity fuck fuck.
Oh!
And I also saw this, I picked this up before because I got very fond memories of something very similar to this.
Yes, but yours is
A bit more racist.
It's, yeah, it's cool. So I hate clowns, as some of you may know. I was almost kidnapped by a clown when I was a kid, but not really. It's a long story. Anyway, I thought I was being kidnapped by a clown when I was a kid, and so clowns kind of make me, it's just a bit of PTSD from it. But for some weird reason, I'm obsessed with circuses and carnivals, so I thought that would help me get over my clown thing.
Has it helped at all?
I only get dressed in here, so I don't know. But it's cool. I like these old money boxes. I like anything that's like iron, like real heavy kind of. I like solid stuff. I'm a big girl. I don't want to break it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. This room doesn't. I should probably decorate it a bit more because this didn't have anything. That was from the wedding, so.
I've noticed actually, if we go to your bedroom, you've got lots of decorations in there.
Yeah. All right.
So this is your lovely bedroom.
Well, I'm an insomniac, so in my forever quest to find a better way to sleep, I did a whole bunch of research on sleeping spaces. And we used to have the bed in the big room, as most people do, and they put like a whole bunch of other shit in there, sitting areas in the bathroom, and that's not conducive to healthy sleep patterns. So we have nothing but the bed, no pictures. I mean, I have my little tiny dream catcher up there, but that, I mean, I have a salt lamp to get rid of toxins, you know, salt lamp in every room, so.
Yeah, I did notice that you had a salt lamp in every room.
Yes.
I love salt lamps.
Be informed. When you buy your salt lamps, don't buy these shitty imposter ones. Be an informed consumer because you're essentially just you're wasting money if you're not buying a good one. So yeah, so that's all we have in here. We don't watch television. We have a TV in here for when one of us is sick, but it doesn't even, it's not, as you can see, there's no cords, it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
But you want to look behind that door.
Yeah, because there is something that's not completely bare in here. But if we come around the corner of this door here, we'll notice
You can push this open.
this beautiful picture here. Which I've seen a couple of times. Oh, it's the first time I've been here. I've never seen it before. But I've never actually asked you about this picture. I'm intrigued.
Well, so I'm not as like self-decadent as it may appear. I didn't like go and have boudoir photos done. And there was a real conundrum when I received this because where does one hang a life-size photograph of themselves wearing a Frankenstein mask in the nude? And I just didn't know where to put it, but I didn't want to disrespect the artist and just have it like tucked behind a piece of furniture somewhere.
Yeah.
So this is where we kind of started putting pictures of. See, this is why you should buy decent frames because blue tack doesn't always stay when you buy the $2 frame. So this is where we started putting like us art. We have a whole stack of portraits that need to be framed. We use some in the wedding and stuff like that. And Robin used to scrapbook with her sister in Canberra, so she would come home with some really cool stuff. So Robin made that for me. But this is all stuff from the wedding. So I thought, oh, I can put a naked photo of me in the boudoir, I guess. Just live with a life-size naked photo of yourself for a week, and it's just kind of a weird presence in your house. So that I was part of a project called Masked or Unmasked, and I
Was this you unmasked or masked?
well, who knows? So the project. She's like, I'm dying. She's shooting us from below.
I am.
So the project was about domestic violence, and this friend of mine who's a photographer was doing this project about awareness of domestic violence, and she knows my history with domestic violence and about being stabbed and stalked and stuff like that. And so she asked me to take part in it, and everybody else chose these really beautiful, eloquent kind of like costume ball masks and stuff like that, and she was like, I think I know which one you're gonna pick. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh! It was the weirdest mask though. It had Frankenstein, the bolts, like where the ears were supposed to be, so I cut them off and fixed the mask a bit. But yeah, it was a really good cause. I think she photographed 10 of us, or maybe 20. And it was like, yeah, hopefully it raised awareness. If people don't know that people are getting abused in their relationships, and they live under the rock. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where
Also
that
brings
lives now.
nightmares.
That does?
Doesn't it?
No. Stone Cold Fox, motherfucker!
Like you.
Get out of my bedroom!
Okay, I'm fucking off. So now we're in your, do you call this your study, your library? It's got lots of books.
This is the, where we try to hide some of our creative stuff. We try to have a place for all of our stuff to live, paints and clays and pottery wheel and all that stuff. So what started out as a library or an office just kind of ended up the dumping space. So this is just it would be a creative space if it had a creative energy down here, but it doesn't. This end of the house is just kind of a dead zone, and it's just where we keep our stuff so we can schlep it down there. When we're done, we bring it back. Put it away where it goes. So this is our everything room. It's where we keep our instruments, our bicycles, but anyway, everything.
I have this, I've noticed this cute little fellow here.
Hack. Yes.
I've got no idea, where did that come from?
Well, we like to encourage creativity, and we like to encourage people to think outside of their normal box. So quite often if we have friends over and having like a night in or whatever, or friends' kids or something like that, because you don't get all the credit. So I'll bring this one too, because it's just about yours. So when they come over, if they've never done pottery, or they've never really worked with clay, or they've never painted or graffitied or anything like that, we try to give them a chance to do it here. So you and your wife came around, and we had a few drinks and whatnot. We had copious amounts of mushrooms, and it was that season. It was a big deal. And you made that pig.
Yeah, I'm thinking it looks a bit like a cow now, but
No, it's good. It's a pig.
I'll paint it pink. It will look like a pig.
That's what we call greenware, so be careful with it. It's still
Yeah.
not totally dry, I'd say. We'll let it dry and maybe it'll cure for a bit. But yeah, this is my friend's daughter came, and she tried out the pottery wheel, so I tried to help her do that. I don't know if either one of these are going to survive firing though, so that's always my big, my disclaimer. They may not survive the kiln, but we'll see. But yeah.
And we'll be coming back to at some point in time to try out the pottery wheel as well, because I know Ali has interest in it, and so do I, so.
That's there. It's dirty, I need to clean it.
You've got some already humped or slumped or coned or whatever you call it.
Yeah, you have to like beat all the air out of it, and the little girl that was doing it was, she's quite young, so it's quite an abusive kind of thing. You can obviously tell whose desk is whose. Like, here's my super anal retentive OCD desk, and then there's Robin's desk. She doesn't even have a chair. Like, I don't even know what's going on over there. Whatever. She's got like a nice little hat full of stuff.
Or not. No, if you look over here, there's lots of lovely books. I'm trying to avoid as much, but there's lots of lovely books, paints, tins, and everything like that. And then they come up to here.
That's my altar. So I make no secret that I'm atheist, but for some reason I am incredibly drawn to religious iconology, especially kind of your stigmata, weeping Jesus, you know, Virgin Marys. I like the Hindu ones of like the Kali with the head, holding the heads and the belt full of heads. And but so I started collecting little weird religious things, and some of that stuff's quite bizarre, but we won't go into it because it all just looks like regular run-of-the-mill Christian stuff because it's all pretty creepy. But so then I thought, well, I feel like that looked too religious, so I injected my God into it as well. So yeah, Miss Piggy, she's the tits.
And what I've wondered, what are these things here?
They're handles to make handbags.
Oh, okay. I wasn't too sure if it was like for cutting clay or something
what I
like
thought.
that.
No, that's actually hanging in the kitchen. Don't know why. Check out that picture of Bromsky.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Oh, you can tell it's her.
How cute was she?
Oh my god.
So, what an exciting field trip, hey?
It was very exciting. I enjoyed it immensely. It was actually really nice getting out of the studio and doing stuff outside of the studio.
Well, we've been talking about doing more work on location for a while now, but somebody gets a bit stuck in his ways and gets a bit like about doing anything different. So.
Outside is too peoply.
Yeah, because it was so people-y at our field trip today, wasn't it? Although, the size of Touchwood Estates, even just the three of us there, it was kind of like, oh, excuse me. It's like a council house.
Yeah. But I've noticed that for a housing trust house, it's not very cracked up.
Like with crack rock laying everywhere?
With just
Crack pipes or the foundation?
Yeah, the foundation.
Oh, but it is.
It is, because my
I
parents'
am
house
having
is
some-
falling apart. They've been there for 15 years, I think, but...
Well, let me just say, it wasn't originally a council house. It was, remember, it was a...
No, that's
round
right.
house.
Yeah.
But it does have, because of where it is, the soil stays really dry on top and really wet underneath because of the clay out there in the far north.
And you got a creek bed right next to your house as well.
It does. Okay, enough details about where I live. We don't have any more stalkers coming around. Although I did appreciate that pig's heart with the nail through it. Thank you.
It was very tasty.
Yeah. The foundations and all of those houses out there are a bit iffy. So when we bought the house, we did some stuff to kind of preventative stuff to keep it from slipping around.
Yeah.
But enough about that. Anyways, because we've got some great stuff coming up.
We do.
But I'll do that thing that I have to do where I'm like, how does it? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Your future is at our future is at your house proud little fingertips.
And don't forget...
Shame! Shame! Shame!
And don't forget to click the bell icon at the top of the page if you want to stay up to date with everything that's happening on the show. We're here every week, so...
We try to be.
We try to be. So don't forget to click the icon. Yeah.
It's here or wherever. Anyway, coming up, like we said, we're going to do some on location stuff.
Yep.
We're going to do a tour of the Zertoff Manor.
We are. That's going to be coming
I think
up
we're going to do a
very soon.
night tour of that, though. Maybe. If we can swing it. We have to. We don't know if we have the connections to do that, though.
We do have some ghosties in the house, so we could...
Might be a lock-in. Maybe we'll do a lock-in. I did a lock-in once in the States. We'll talk about it some other time. What else we do? Oh! That project that you want to do, the making our own what the fuck?
Yeah, we're going to do that. So revisiting last season, what the actual fucks videos that we did. Now we're going to create our own. So that could be fun.
It's either going to come out really try hard and really lame.
Aren't they all try hard and lame?
Fuck no, dude. Some of them are creepy as fuck.
We're going to try to make it as creepy as possible anyway, but...
But sometimes when you try to do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of creepy, have you seen The Visit?
Yes.
We watched it with some friends the other night. This is one of my all-time favorite suspense movies.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't really call it a scary movie.
No, it's not.
It's more of like a suspense thriller movie.
But seeing people, the elderly people, walk around on their hands and feet and scurrying through the house and stuff.
Oh my
scary
God.
as fuck.
It's such a good movie. My
It's great.
favorite scene is, oh man, I wish I brought a chicken crimpy out here because I would have reenacted my favorite scene. You know what? Next week I'm making a huge announcement.
Yeah.
Next week we bring back reenactments, but this season I pick them.
You're gonna pick them.
Yes, and it's gonna be all horror.
I
Or
like
suspense. Because we always did the stuff you picked because I hated reenactments.
But you know what? I think rather than doing comedy stuff, if we can bring some comedy into
non-comedy
stuff, I think that'd be really good.
Well, I didn't overthink it. I just only wanted to do horror and thriller stuff because I like that stuff, and I didn't know the cartoons and stuff. Although now, looking back, I wish I'd known Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have appreciated that one a lot better. Because we did Rick and Morty stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, it was actually one of my favourite reenactments that we've done so far.
Can you remind me which was the Rick and Morty reenactment?
We had me.
Oh, it was the Johnny Depp one.
Yeah.
Where the dad's partying with Johnny Depp.
And does some cocaine.
A little bit of cocaine.
Just a little bit.
But anyway, so I digress. But I know what scene we'll do next week for our reenactments. Look, spoiler alert, it's from The Visit. Just because I just realized that I really want to do that scene.
Yep.
But if you're into suspense and thriller, or if you're into dementia and old people that are naked, I guess.
Sundowning.
If you're into sundowning, which PS is misleading because it doesn't happen at sundown. It happens a bit later. But anyways.
Yeah.
Then check out The Visit. It is hands down one of my top 5 suspense thriller movies. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it hits close to home because of what I do or what, but fuck, that movie's so scary. Anyway, so yeah, I wasn't planning that reenactment thing. Sorry about that.
That's alright. It's all good.
And so we're gonna do the making of our own What the Fuck. And we'll do some more on location stuff. The weather's the perfect kind of weather for people like Ziggie and I to go out. It's a bit cooler. All of the bronzed goddesses that live, gods and goddesses that live in Australia, they're kind of like, ooh, it's a bit chilly, I have to bring a cardigan. And so they don't go out. We're past Fringe, so the city's not chaos. So we're gonna do some on location stuff.
It means we're not gonna be able to get our hands on any of those little whistles that you put in your mouth that you absolutely love. I actually went to Fringe a week or 2 ago, and I really tried to actually find one because I wanted to piss you off with one, but
I would have killed you so fast. That would have, because you're doing a good enough job pissing me off with editing the fucking show. That's okay, I've got some tricks up my sleeve. We'll see about that. Anyway, so on location, touring the manor, What the Fuck, and we're going to start the process of our top secret mission.
Wow.
We can't talk about it.
No, we can't.
And we can't air any of it until the whole thing has come to fruition.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit of a task. Yeah. And we're trying to figure out ways to get around it at the moment, but I think it should all come together nicely. And
it's one of those competitions that the winner is going to kind of be the loser at that time. And so I guess we'll have to figure out the prize, and we'll agree on a prize or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, because it's a competition between us, and we're gonna have so much fun doing it. We just have to figure out the logistics.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great fun.
But anyway, so that's us done. I'd like to think we're over our hump.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
I'm starting to feel a bit more normal. Are you feeling a bit more normal?
I am. I fucked off the people that I don't want around anymore, so...
Who's that? Anyway, it's a family affair. Anywho, and as soon as I can go back to work, once my knee gets healed, it's still the same. So no health update for you guys yet. 29th, I'll get a health update for you. But yeah, other than that, things are going pretty good.
Yep.
So yeah. Everything's back to normal. Hopefully, I feel like we're our shiny, bright selves again.
Yep.
That's all I have to say about that. Now I don't know what to do with my hands. All right. Bye.
Bye.